Hi, welcome. Today I have Tim from vMix with me. Tim Vandenberg. It's actually a quite Flemish name, though. Vandenberg. It's how we. It's a very Dutch name, no?
Many generations ago, coming to Australia, right. My family came out for the gold rush in Australia. Okay. So I don't know how many generations ago, but we are Dutch. So okay. From somewhere. I'm not sure where, but from somewhere.
All right. So. vMix has been disruptive for some time, but I have the feeling that the broadcast industry is only picking up like 5 years or so. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's been an interesting sort of journey for us. When we first started in 2010, most people would never dream of using a piece of software for anything to do with live broadcast. To say that now is a little bit strange, because if you look around the show here at IBC, everyone has software defined or software driven. Pretty much everything now has some sort of layer of software on it. So thankfully we've been around for long enough to kind of have a stable piece of software that people could rely on. And then in the last 5 years, just prior to sort of the pandemic, a lot more people are using things like vMix to do video productions, because it's a lot more agile to do a lot of different productions with a computer, as opposed to a big mixing desk or something that they would need to move around that they can't add certain inputs for. But with vMix, you can kind of throw a lot of different things at it. It's quite versatile. So
and you can also put it in the cloud, right?
That's right. Yeah. So nowadays people are doing a lot of remote productions, just spinning up something on AWS or Azure or GCP, and then running things completely remotely using protocols like SRT to be able to do that.
What are people using vMix for? It's very broad. It's a very broad question. But you have some cool examples or things that strike you, or?
So vMix gets used for a lot of different things. Anything from somebody doing the live stream at home, like doing a gaming live stream or a video podcast, right up to, I was just speaking to someone from the BBC World Service, and so they were doing things like the coronation and the Queen's funeral, using vMix to send out to different countries and different things like that. So a very wide range of like small single camera productions, right up to big broadcasting companies that use vMix for sending out a stream, producing, and using it for a lot of different things. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. And what not many people know is that vMix actually is a quite small company, am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We don't really have a big sort of corporate structure and a big organization. We're not a publicly traded company or anything like that. So we have the ability to be pretty agile and flexible when it comes to like the development. So thankfully we were able to start on our own terms and sort of build up the product as we went along, as opposed to needing it to be like perfect from day one with a lot of investor money and that type of thing. So we're kind of able to bootstrap the company from the get-go, and then kind of allow us to work with a really small team. There's only a number of us doing development work, testing, operational stuff like things, trade shows, as well as we have a support team in Australia, as well as in North America as well. So it allows us to be quite flexible. So that's why we like having a small team. If somebody has a suggestion, we can kind of do it, as opposed to passing that on to 5 different departments and then asking them and checking them. That's a.
And you also don't have a real sales team, so sales is not your go-to-market. What is the go-to-market of vMix actually?
Again, we don't really have a sort of company policy about sales. It's trialware, so you can use it for 60 days for free. And we're on the belief that if you make a good product, people will like it and they'll use it. We don't want somebody that kind of likes it or doesn't really like it. We want people that enjoy using vMix, try it out for 60 days, and if they like it, then they'll purchase it. And it's better off to have a happy customer than have somebody that doesn't really like the product. So that's why we give people the opportunity to really try it out fully before purchasing. And we believe word of mouth is a really good way to sell a product. And so we've had pretty good word of mouth over the years, people that have used vMix from day one, and then pre-pandemic and then during the pandemic. Thankfully, we had like a good online reputation for having a good product, and so it kind of spread from there. And having a small team, then you don't have to spend a lot of money on advertising and that type of thing. So if you can kind of have a good, a solid base and a good community and groundswell to your product, then that's how we do things.
Yeah, and also recording a lot of marketing videos. The YouTube channel is, the videos are endless, right?
Yeah, I always apologize at these the trade shows where people come up and they say, "Oh, I've seen you on videos," and it's like, I'm sorry about that.
Why?
but from my perspective, we've always put our training videos and everything online. A lot of companies put it behind a sign up or a paywall just to access educational material, and it was always a big thing for us, especially being a small team. Why not make all of your tutorials available? If you want someone to use your product, why jump through extra hoops and extra steps just to use your product? And so we're not a big fan of companies. I'm probably getting myself in trouble here. We're not a huge fan where there's no real pricing structure. Like if I want to use a product, I want to be able to use it and know what it costs and be able to try it before spending my money on it. So we always put our stuff online, all of our educational material, and make it open. And
these days people want to learn it themselves. They're asking you to tell how they should use it. It's better that they can discover and that they can find your videos, and that helps you scale, of course.
That's right. Yeah, it's been a lot better for us because we don't have to have a support channel and then a reseller channel and everybody trying to help everybody else. Most people. In the early days of vMix, people were using our software to kind of just play around with. So they wanted to be able to build their own productions using our software. So they kind of learnt on their own and then added things and did things their way, as opposed to, like there's a strict way to use vMix. There's a ton of different ways. So most of our training is like, this is how you can use it, but there's a lot of different other features that you can manipulate in order to use vMix. So a lot of people come up to me at like IBC and NAB, different trade shows, and they say, "Oh, I'm using it for this and this and this," and it's things we never considered.
I think it's your 5th year that you're at IBC, NAB, these fairs. What does it bring to vMix, coming to these fairs?
I think it's probably been. I think NAB we've probably been about 8 years or so, and here's been 5 or 6, and. For us, it's more connecting with people that use the product, learning how people are using it, and it gives us an idea of things that we can add to vMix or things that we need to change and that type of thing. So it's good hearing first-hand experience from people. So most people that come to IBC work in broadcast, and they might be doing it from, doing a local sporting club, or they might be using it for like the BBC or, another like national broadcasting, departments and stuff. So for us, it's just getting first-hand experience from people. For us, it's kind of. We also show betas and new products that we have, but for me mainly, it's just connecting with other people and companies like yourself that use vMix as a part of what they do. And it's good to actually talk to people in person. Like I'm not a big fan of video calls and that type of thing, so I like to talk to people in person, and it gives us a good reason to come to Amsterdam as well.
All right. Okay, Tim, thanks very much for joining us today.
No, that's all right. Thanks for having us.
Have a very good show.
Yeah.